Howdy, folks. Howdy. We're back with another podcast. Like the second one that...
You look bored.
It's not that I'm bored. It's that it's now officially the second episode of the amazing podcast that we don't have a name for. Oh, I think we just found the name.
We sure did.
The amazing podcast that we don't know the name of. RCW presents.
Should we actually find a name before we start filming this?
One day we'll be drunk out of our mind and we'll probably think of a name.
Yeah. Especially after a shot.
It's how...
Now it's just the podcast part 2, guys. So
that's how it goes.
We'll find a name pretty soon. But anyways, we have some awesome stuff for you guys.
The first one was about our beginnings in loving wrestling and why we wanted to do it. This one is strictly about the company, what we got planned this year, pay-per-view names, pay-per-view dates, pay-per-view themes, and how many wrestlers, give or take, we could shove into a card.
Yeah, and just let you guys know, we're having troubles with our Instagram account right now, so if any of you are wondering how come you guys can't find it, we will be starting a new one that we will...
It's not that you can't find it, it's that right now we can't log into it to post things, because the link keeps on, like, being broken, so I'm gonna try again later.
Yeah.
I'll put an update on my own time.
We'll try again, and worst case, if we do start a new one though, we'll put the link in the description down below.
That way you don't follow the old one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the reason that, like, it pisses me off is because it keeps on saying it's a dead link or a broken link, so I don't know if it's just something wrong with Instagram at this exact moment.
Maybe.
Or what it is, so I'll try again later.
But again, guys, we do need your help, so please find a way to get in touch with us. They're through Facebook.
Call us at 1-800-GO-FUCK-YOURSELF. JK, okay, that's actually a number to get some telemarketer, I apologize. Type in my telemarketing number.
Alright, so let's get down to business. What are we starting with? Pay-per-views?
We can if you want, but we should probably touch on Access, should we not?
Access, yeah, let's do that.
We should probably start with that.
Yep.
Alright, so what we mean by Access is rip off WWE in every single fucking way we can.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a joke, but it's also not a joke at the same time. Like, the thing is we want to give back to our all 3 fans that we have.
All 3.
Well, okay, for real, it's more like more, but you know what I mean.
That was sarcasm.
Yes.
Okay.
Of course it was. Anyway, but we want to give it back, so we want, like, a chance to, like, basically we want to be like WWE in the company aspect, but not in the in-ring aspect. We thrive to be like an NXT and not a Monday Night Raw. But, like, what we want to do is we want to give back to the fans, give them a chance to, like, hang out, play games, practice, like, spots. We want to get, like, one of those inflatable pools filled with, like, the foam blocks. So, like, your children don't get hurt, because if they did it on the ring, they'd probably get hurt. And the only thing with the ring is I don't know if we could get enough padding to even remotely
Protect the kids.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
God, we can't even protect ourselves.
So, yeah, exactly. So, I mean, kids are out of the question if we can barely protect ourselves, so... But, like, we want it just so, like, it's a pretty laid-back time. You get to meet the roster, play games, we'll have our merchandise there, photos, probably an exclusive press conference, where we'll get, like, everybody involved in, everybody involved with, Backyard Mania. We'll probably set up, like, a few long tables. And if we have enough mics, get, like, a mic for, like, in between every second person.
Yeah.
So, like, say, for example, I'm sitting next to you, we'd have a mic,
Yep.
like, in between of us right there, that both of us can use. We want it so that, like, it gives them a chance to interact with us, and, like, they can ask us questions, why we do it, why we think it's fun, how stupid we are to do it, so on and so forth. But, like...
Yeah.
And again, we want people to get in touch with us, like through Instagram and other things like that. For the simple fact that we want to know, we need a lot of positions still filled in the company. We need a ref, a few refs actually. We'd like, now, I mean, nothing against Mike McLovin here, but like, we need more than just like one commentator at any given time.
Yeah.
We need at least two, and like, if I'm not always there to do it, you know what I mean? So like, Mike McLovin could use a partner when I'm not around to commentate. But like,
Sure.
and when he's not, like, you know, and if he's not here, well then, shit, we have no commentator basically.
Yeah.
So we need
We
commentator.
are also looking for a part-time camera guy, guys. So.
Like, we have a permanent one, but like, if say like one day they can't make it, like what happened with the Halloween, they couldn't make it and we had no backup.
Yeah.
So
We had no tripod too, so.
yeah, so we couldn't really do much there. If we had a tripod, we could have, but it would have just been like an angle from like, we'd probably set up the tripod behind the ring.
I have a question. I just gotta bring it up. What'd you guys think of our dance at the end of the last video? At the end of we sure got moves, eh?
Oh man, sign us to Dancing with the Stars.
Just had to bring it up. Sorry.
Did you sign us up for Dancing with the Stars? Oh boy.
Man, we are great dancers. I'm not
Totally.
good. No, for sure. No, we're the best.
But like, for real, like, we're looking for a part-time.
Yeah.
Like, if say like, for example, now with the tripod, it's a little easier, but it's not as good with a tripod. But like, if worst case scenario, we have to use a tripod, we have it now. But like, the thing is, if we have a part-time cameraman as well, like another person to do it, so like say our main one can't make it or gets sick, and we have a backup to call on instead of using the tripod. The tripod is the last resort.
Yep.
Kind of thing.
For sure. Alright. So that's access.
Also with access, it's gonna be like one big thing. We're gonna be selling merchandise,
Oh yeah.
press conference, activities. That's all I know of off the top of the head that's going on.
Yeah. We're also gonna have some DVDs from some of our old videos. I know that I brought. I digged out a box full of old stuff, not RCW, but old wrestling videos that Nikki Blade, me, used to do when I was younger and stuff with my old ring. So if you guys are interested on that, those will be on sale for $1 if you guys are interested. And
We'll also probably burn some copies of Domino Effect and Backyard Mania and so on and so forth in their fully edited states. The reason why I say this is because we want it so that like it's all together and you can like, because say if one time for whatever reason the YouTube channel like fucks up and gets like gone, you at least have them on DVD to still watch them. Which I mean, I doubt unless like we get like taken down for copyright or what have you, which is a very real thing considering we use copyrighted music. But I think we're safe for the simple fact that it's so brief that you barely can notice it sometimes. But not only that, it's because we're using it for fun. It's like, it's technically fair use. So I don't think the YouTube channel would be taken down.
Hope not.
But no, we'll probably sell those just because, you know, it's, again,
We still have those saved on our computer, so
Yeah.
in this case we can always just download them on DVDs and stuff. And
Yeah.
if you guys wanna, also that's what I mean on the Instagram, guys. If you guys just wanted something on DVD, just let us know. My ring went flying off, but no, just let us know and we'll ship you guys a whatever you guys want. You guys can order Hardware Jasker shirts. Paul Roberts came out with new shirts. Me, I'll be coming up with a design for some of mine, and we have shorts. We have I'm gonna be customizing some Nikki Blade wristbands as well, so that's coming up soon.
Also, like, if there's, say for example, there's a Paul Roberts shirt you want, but say we don't have a certain color, just let us know the color, and I'm sure we can probably work something out.
Yeah.
Whether it's you paying for the shipping or what have you.
Yeah.
But we do want it so that, like, because all the money from the merchandise not only goes into the superstar's pocket, but, like, it could also go back into the company, like DVD sales will.
Getting new ring accessories.
Posts. Shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, and that's the thing. It's because we want to keep on putting back in for the simple fact that there's so much that we want to do. We don't want to be off sitting here on our asses in front of the camera doing like a podcast. Now, yes, we'll still do those, but like, we don't want that being the only content in the winter.
Yeah, no.
Like, we want to still be wrestling, so like, we're trying to save up for
this is what
traveling ring, more belts.
Do you guys want to know what we do?
Oh, shit.
Damn. Thank you. Do you guys want to know? Anyways, do you guys want? Do you guys want to know what we do during the winter when we're not wrestling? We eat. We eat, sleep, burp, play video games, and cry. And sometimes wish we didn't exist.
You know it.
Yep, this one here, I'd go to school and he's like, oh my gosh, why did I have to wake up this morning? It's just how it is. It's just how it is. Alright, so should we get down to some
Pay-per-views?
pay-per-views?
Okay, so
Themes?
none of these. Okay, for some we don't have a date set in stone because weather. So like September, for example, we don't have a date set in stone, as well as November because it all depends on weather at that point. Now, if it's a cooler day in September, we'll still do it. But like if we can't do it in like downpour, we could if we had our own traveling ring. We could just do it inside of a place, and that wouldn't really matter. But whereas right now we have to work with the weather. So it all depends what the weather gives us. So these dates are set in stone if the weather allows it. Basically.
For sure.
So
yawning over here.
April, we hope to get back into the ring by April. So here's the thing, we're looking to come back in April-ish, depending on Canadian weather. So yeah. With the April plan, it depends like what the weather gives us / what snow is still left on the ground. But like once we get a traveling ring, we won't have to worry about snow. Until then, we're gonna have to worry about snow. So hopefully you can come see them live between the Friday through Sunday of the 21st or the 28th. That is the pay-per-view known as the Comeback, which is the comeback of RCW. And we'll go into theme songs and why we picked them and yada yada yada. May 26th, coming live to you from Rexton, New Brunswick. You can come see live the World War Zero, where we will have the World War Battle Royal.
May 26, guys.
Probably like 8 o'clock Canadian. That's usually the magic time. But for real, no, we're serious. It's most likely will be 8 o'clock, like Rexton time, Moncton time. But like, what the World War Battle Royal is, it's basically what World War Zero is. It's basically like our version of the Royal Rumble, where the only match will be a battle royal to determine who will go on to Backyard Mania who will be going into Backyard Mania as the champion.
Yes, sir, because right now, Paul Roberts is the RCW World Heavyweight Champion, and he will be entering number 1. Man.
I feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, no, especially because I'm in there.
I feel bad for the guy because he has to enter number 1.
I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for him at all. I'm beating you there. Alright, Paul Roberts, just kidding, I still love you.
Okay.
Still love you, Paul.
Okay, so if you lose to Paul Roberts at World War Zero, can I shave your head?
No, if you want to have a hair versus beard match.
No thanks. The declined. Nathan Simon, if you see this, declined.
For now.
Listen here, you little shit. So the World War Zero Battle Royal, World War Battle Royal, whatever the hell you want to call it. It will basically be like our version of the Royal Rumble 2015, and I think it was 88, I do believe, when the WWE Championship was on the line.
Yeah.
Except the RCW Champion will be on the line, and Paul sadly will have to enter number 1. That wasn't our decision, it was the executive's decision to make Paul number 1. So Paul, if you want to get mad at anybody, don't get mad at me or Nikki Blade here. Get mad at the executives, the board of directors, if you will. What we look to accomplish there is to see who will be going into main event Backyard Mania as the champion. Whether or not Paul will declare his rematch before Backyard Mania remains to be seen, but I'm thinking he doesn't, for the simple fact that we'll probably hold the number one contenders match to see who faces whoever the champion is at Backyard Mania. So, Paul, you will get your eventual championships rematch, but it just won't be at Backyard Mania.
That's if he loses.
If he loses the belt. This is all just hypothetical.
Yeah.
He could surprise everybody and win.
Who knows? He might eliminate all of us, but doesn't mean that I won't be his opponent. I might earn my shot.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody on the roster who's in that match will most likely be a fatal 4-way. Whoever's in that match will earn their spot. Most likely elimination, just so it's more fair.
Anyways, I'm pumped, guys, and I hope you guys are too. It's gonna be a fun night.
Yeah, World War Zero will be a fun night, and you know what else will be a fun night?
Backyard Mania 2, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest event of the year, right?
Yeah, and that will be taking place June 30th, with the Access taking place on June 23rd. Now, what the Access is, just in case our camera kind of cut, so I don't know if I don't know if you got the Access explanation. So
I think he did. I think they did.
Just in case, here's how it goes again. On June 23rd, which is a Saturday, no set time. We'll think of a time, but like it'll most likely be like an afternoon thing, so like at 12.
Yeah.
What it's gonna be is it's gonna be if you know what WrestleMania Access is, it's basically gonna be that. It's gonna be activities for the kids. They get to create their own entrance, come out to their favorite song. We'll have merchandise for sale that will all go back to RCW to buy a new ring, new belt, and to better our outdoor ring with steel posts or reinforce them in some shape or form. What else will happen is we'll have like old pay-per-views for sale, t-shirts. T-shirts set price will be $10. Again, if you want a certain color, let us know. We can order it. You pay us up front. In worst case scenario, we can ship it to you if you don't come to a show after that. But if you come to a show after that, then we'll just give it to you when we see you. And yeah, so Backyard Mania Access will be taking place. It will be a press conference with all the wrestlers, so you can ask your hard-hitting journalistic questions.
Oh, and
or you can ask us something goofy if you want. I don't care.
Yeah, and just letting you guys know, we will be having a couple matches. It won't be us in particular. It'll be mostly the new guys showing the people their talent.
No,
showing them.
that's where you're wrong.
Really?
It's gonna be a live Tough Enough. We're gonna debut our guys before Mania there, and we'll record it, and it will be like our first sanctioned episode of Tough Enough. We don't have one between now and then.
That could be cool.
Yeah, and we'll work on their promos, their entrances. We'll get all that.
Yeah.
We'll cut them into a few separate videos though.
Yeah.
Just because. But in all seriousness though, that's what we're hoping to do live Tough Enough. So if you want to stick around for that, just to see the new guys, see what their entrances are going to be, and if you want to see the planning process behind an RCW show, get a little inside detail.
Awesome.
June 30th at 7 o'clock or 7:30. Instead of the normal 8 o'clock start time, will be the beginning of Backyard Mania, where we will hopefully, if we can get the money by then, unveil a super awesome, super secret, super thing.
Duper.
Duper, super duper
Yeah.
thingy, majig. And yeah, there will probably most likely be a match for that super duper thingy majig.
We're still rolling!
Yeah, so he's just gonna get up and check every so often just in case we don't hear the camera click off.
Yeah, the camera doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't hold a film.
Stress.
It's probably the SD card though, in all seriousness. Anyway, July 28th, again, these are all working dates. The weather, if we record it early, you just won't be able to attend it live. So like some of these pay-per-views you may have to record earlier that you may not be able to attend live. But we're hoping if the weathers are good these days, you can attend them live, and they'll probably be uploaded this Sunday because by the time we finish and I render it and edit it and all that, you know what I mean? So July 28th, we'll have Clash of the Titans. That's going to be the brief example. It's kind of like a payback. So, like, you'll probably see a lot of Backyard Mania rematches there. So, like, say, for example, Paul Roberts faces Nikki Blade for the heavyweight champion and Nikki Blade wins.
I sure hope that happens.
Then it will be Paul Roberts versus Nikki Blade for the title. That'll be his, like, rematch, you know what I mean? Say we get a new belt and say the new champion faces off against the person they pinned. So say, for example, Sinape pins Funny the Clown for the new belt we're hoping to introduce. Well, then Funny the Clown will most likely want a rematch. Or will want Sinape and so on and so forth. So that's kind of going to be like our payback. Mostly WrestleMania rematches is what a majority of it's going to be. It's probably going to be like, at least the championship matches will be WrestleMania rematches. So, but other than that, we'll hope to put on original content. After that, on August 25th is Domino Effect 2018. Now, I say 2018 and you're probably thinking, but I looked on your channel, that was only uploaded a month ago. It was actually recorded in 2017, and I forgot to put this in the description. It was recorded in August of 2017, but we had, like, problems with our editor, and I'm not going to name names just out of respect, but, like, we had a problem where it was, his schedule just didn't fit the time, so we had to go out, we had to wait, we had to buy a computer, get the software, and by the time we got the software and all that, it was only a month ago, and so I rendered it and uploaded it.
And I remember Paul Roberts was sleeping on the couch.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Wait, I was up till 4 a.m. editing that stuff for you guys. Don't say I don't love you. If you say I don't love you, I will find you and I will beat you.
We died.
Yeah, pretty much. Poor Paul passed out on the couch.
Wait, can I show them what Paul Roberts woke up to seeing?
Oh God, no! I don't know.
Get up.
Poor Paul.
So, it's only fair if Jasker does it, because it was Jasker that was doing it, but he was doing his little dolphin wave on the ground.
Oh, yeah. I was sitting here, right? Paul, he was sleeping, his face was like here, and like he was sleeping on his stomach, right? And I don't know what the fuck was going on. I think we were just being stupid at like 2 a.m. And he woke up to go to the bathroom, and I was doing this. So, essentially that's what he woke up to. And I do feel bad for the guy. But, if you want to hold down the fort, I gotta take a piss.
Shit. Well, we'll be back with you guys. We're gonna take a quick break.
The bladder has been relieved. Okay, so before we showed the beautiful way of how we woke up Paul Roberts that night, we were talking about Clash of Domino Effect, actually.
Domino Effect! Yeah, the ladder pay-per-view.
Yes, and we are going to have another contract on a blank match. We're hoping it's not silly fucking terrible ass string like it was last time. Because, like, I honestly thought that was going to break before, like, we had a decisive winner.
The match ended up pretty good.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that the match didn't end up well. I'm just saying that because of the way it, like, happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand.
So, like, Domino Effect will have a ladder match. We're hoping it will be a multi-man match this time, as opposed to just 2. But because our roster was so condensed that day, like, we literally had no one that day. It was literally me, Paul, Sinape, and Funny the Clown is all we had. Like, legit, we didn't do that just for the fun of it. We did that because that was the only superstars we had to work with.
Yeah.
So we're hoping, like, we can get, like, I'm thinking it's probably going to be just the new guys in that ladder match, but I could be wrong. It might be, like, maybe, like, one old-timer or what have you, but we're hoping it'll mostly be new guys. So, like, it's not, you're not going to see, like, me in it, or, like, you're only going to most likely see one veteran, and the rest will be new guys and or Sinape.
sorry to interrupt you, but I sure am, but do you know what? This is kind of worth it because I actually talked to somebody the other day, and I did not explain this to you.
Whoa, wait.
You have friends?
Jeez. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're my buddy. So anyways, we will not be revealing his name today.
Or ever.
But in the next podcast episode is when I will be revealing the big surprise. So you guys stay tuned, and you do not know this yet. Alright?
Okay, can we at least give them a date of when the next podcast will be? Can we at least give them a rough date?
Shit, I don't know when.
Oh, man.
Shit. We're so organized.
You know how organized we are? We're so organized. We're gonna tell you, okay? Subscribe to the fucking channel if you want to know when that podcast comes out, alright? Okay. Subscribe. And if you don't, then you won't know what the big surprise is. And if you don't know what the big surprise is, then you might cry and you'll hurt our feelings. Because we work hard for this crap, man. Please subscribe. Please.
Oh, my bullet hit my nose.
Nice.
Alright, so next day.
We got September. We don't know when because September is when our fall usually starts. It's like at the tail end of October, but like... it's the tail end of September. It will be a Saturday in September. We have 5 to work with, so it will either be... Let me just take a look at the calendar here. Just so I can give you the 5 possible dates it will be. Okay, so it will either be the 1st, the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, or the 29th of September is when the September pay-per-view will be. We will actually, from now on, what we're going to do, and this is mostly so you guys know, and mostly so we don't forget, we're going to start doing pay-per-view previews. And what we mean is just, it's going to be like the logo of the pay-per-view, the theme song of the pay-per-view, possibly the match card, the time, the date of when you can see it live and go pick up a belt. Or not a belt, a ticket. I mean, if you wanted to pick up a belt and we could sign it, go ahead. Save it for the real stars, but I mean, I guess in your guys' mind, we are the real stars. Anything to add?
Nope.
Alright. So yeah, sometime in September, Devil's Playground. It's kind of going to be like somewhat of a Hell in a Cell without probably a Hell in a Cell match. If we actually had a cell, or like a cage of some sort that we can use, we will definitely put on a match like that. But as of right now, we do not have a cage/cell. If we do, we will definitely put on a match like that.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I want to be in a steel cage match.
Or worst case scenario, what we'll do is we'll think of some sort of cool stipulation match. 3 stages of hell match, maybe. Worst case. Cage or 3 stages of hell match is how we'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay. On October 27th, this is when you can see it live. It will only be uploaded on the 31st. It is the one, the only, the second rendition of Halloween Massacre, which we sadly were not able to record last time. And it really, really pissed me off for the simple fact that we arguably had one of, like, match of probably, like, the whole company. Like, the best match in company history. It was a triple threat for the RCW World Heavyweight Champion. It was myself, Nikki Blade, and Paul Roberts, and that is how Paul Roberts is not champion.
I apologize for your shoulder.
You know what? Shit happens. We don't intend on hurting people. Sometimes accidents do happen, and yeah.
We're stupid.
There's a prime example. My shoulder. Sadly, I don't know if we have a clip, but we might have a picture of it. Go watch the video to find out. I actually jumped off of a fence. At that pay-per-view is when I jumped off of a fence, crossbody onto Nikki and Paul.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I will recreate that stunt for a pay-per-view when I know we're recording for sure that time.
Not on me, please.
It's gonna be on you now.
Oh, dude, those hurt.
Thank you. get out of the ring. If you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen, as they say. But in all seriousness, so it'll be live October 27th. Again, depending on weather, we'll let you know if we have to change the day it's live. But it will be only up. You can only see it on YouTube on the 31st of October, which is Halloween. Here and everywhere, literally everywhere that celebrates Halloween, I'm pretty sure the 31st is Halloween. So we chose Halloween Massacre because Halloween Havoc was a WCW pay-per-view. And I know how good that Double H sounds. But the reason why we named it Massacre is because we did draw inspiration from Halloween Havoc. But we didn't want to call it Halloween Havoc because WWE could come at us and sue us. So we named it, we thought, okay, well, what else is Havoc? Well, Massacre's pretty hectic. Why not Massacre?
At this next show, let me just, do you want me to share with them a special match that could possibly go?
You mean the one in April?
At the Halloween Massacre, yeah.
Oh, Halloween. We got a new match. We already got a match planned for Halloween, do we?
Yeah, we do.
Is it a trick-or-treat street fight?
No, sir. It is a no ropes thorn bush match. So we wrap the ropes with thorn bushes.
Funny story. We were actually planning to do this last year, but literally our time was so constricted that we didn't have a chance to.
Yeah, but this time we're gonna step up the game and we're gonna put ourselves into more pain.
Who will be in that headline match? Stay tuned to the channel to find out. It'll most likely be whoever's the champion versus the challenger, though.
That's the main event match.
That will be the main event match. So whoever is the champion, get ready for thorn bush match.
It's gonna suck picking those thorn bushes out of ourselves at the end.
Well, whoever it is, it's gonna suck for them.
In it. Yeah.
Now watch it be us. Just by pure circumstance, watch it be us. But in all, I hope it's not me.
Still good.
Alright.
Alright, next.
November again.
November.
This one will be hopefully be uploaded on Remembrance Day. So we're hoping we literally can, if we don't do it literally live, that night/day, we'll probably do that one during the day. That will probably most likely be our only daytime pay-per-view.
Yeah, it'll be during the day for sure. It has to be sunny, because it's Remembrance Day. So.
Yeah. So that one will be, and it will be uploaded on Remembrance Day. We'll either record it before, so this might be the only literal show that will be tight for a live event. Unless that, actually wait, what day does Remembrance Day fall on this year? It's the 13th, correct?
I think so.
It's a Tuesday. With any luck, see, because I was on October, and I was the 13th is a Saturday. Oh, but it was October, not November. So November 13th is a Tuesday this year. But what we hope to accomplish with that is it won't be live that Tuesday. It will be uploaded that Tuesday, but if you want any chance of seeing it live, it will most likely be at the 10th, which is the Saturday, or the 11th, which is the Sunday. It will most likely be live one of those 2 days if we don't pre-record it way beforehand. Because once we get into November, it gets harder and harder to actually record that on time. It gets really hard because that's when the winter effects kind of start to play in. So that's going to be the only downfall, that you most likely will not be able to see the Remembrance Day one live. But we're going to hopefully make sure that you can see April's through October's live. Worst case scenario, we'll just reschedule it to a Sunday, if need be, or Friday night. But honestly, we will keep you in the loop, but we are most likely telling you. You may or may not be able to see the October one live. Or not October, November. Hard to say. It all depends on weather, though.
Yeah.
So.
Alright.
Do we want to get into the theme songs or explain why we picked the names of the pay-per-views? I'd say we get into the pay-per-view origins and why we thought of them. Because we somewhat did touch on it, but we also somewhat didn't for others.
Yeah.
So just
I say we.
just so it's on the record,
I say we just go with the theme songs and.
I think we should just explain, just so like they have context to it, and so like the name's not like, oh, why'd you guys choose that one?
Okay.
Okay, so April, the comeback. For obvious reasons, it's called the comeback. But if your brain isn't, okay, so April is called the comeback for the simple fact that that's when we're hoping to come back. We will be doing an April pay-per-view called the comeback. That is the guarantee. That is what we want to do, whether it will be late April or early May. It all depends on weather, but we will be doing a show called The Comeback before we do the World War Zero. Speaking of World War Zero, we chose that it's because it's like our second biggest pay-per-view of the year, arguably next to Backyard Mania. The reason why we picked World War, like a World War theme, is because it's like a war between all the superstars to get into Backyard Mania. So, like, and if we do it, say, next year, then the next one will be called World War One. But because this is like the first World War, kind of. Anyway, so Backyard Mania, we chose it because it's basically like WrestleMania, but we're in a backyard, so Backyard Mania.
Yep.
And actually, didn't Backyard Mania actually come from your first company? That you don't like to talk about? Wasn't that the name?
Yeah, it was, but
Don't go watch those videos, they're cringe.
yeah, don't.
But that's, we took that name because we didn't want the Backyard Mania legacy to be trash.
These ones are totally better, guys.
Clash of Champions, we're WCW now. Clash of the Titans. It's basically like rematch. We could have literally called it Rematch Mania, but that's kind of bullshit. So we called it Clash of the Titans because we're looking to have like big jaw-dropping matches, like a John Cena versus Undertaker back in their primes,
Yes.
kind of match. Okay, domino effect. Actually, funny story. We actually, if I do remember the story right, we were thinking of a name for a pay-per-view to like incorporate a ladder, and we didn't want to do like Money in the Bank because that's obviously WWE's territory, and well, you know. So we were thinking, and then like, actually, I think it was it the GM or was it me who came up with the whole ladders knocking down like dominoes and then calling it domino effect?
I came up with that.
Was it you?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was me or the GM for whatever reason. Or I think YouTube, like somebody played off of it.
I brought it up. You guys just took time to agree to it.
Yeah, because when we actually thought about it, the ladders knocking down like the domino style, and yeah. So that's why that's called domino effect. September, Devil's Playground. The reason why we called that is because really I just wanted to use Van Halen's Running with the Devil's pay-per-view theme. That's really the only reason why. But also because I was thinking like, well, they got like Hell in a Cell and stuff like that. So why not have like a devil themed pay-per-view?
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be cool and edgy. October, Halloween Massacre. Again, it was the whole, we didn't want to do Halloween Havoc because that's a WWE/WWCW trademark. But we wanted to do like a Halloween, like a cool Halloween show. Wanted to name it something like cool. So, Halloween Massacre. We thought, okay, let's hectic like a Havoc, but like maybe stepped up a notch and like, well, Massacre, that's literally slaughtering people, so
Yeah.
Halloween Massacre. And then finally, November. I don't know if we said the name of this pay-per-view, but it is the 11th hour. And the reason why it is called that, because if I am correct, a war ended on November 11th.
Paul Roberts would be the perfect.
Yeah, like there was like, anyway, there was something to do with a war ending at either on the 11th or like at 11 o'clock, because we have a moment of silence, I do believe, at like 11:11.
Yeah.
I think is when that is. So, yeah, that's why it's called that. So, are we gonna get into theme songs now? Da-da-da-da, we're totally Family Feud now. But in all seriousness, okay, so now some of these theme songs are gonna make completely no sense to some of you, and others it'll make complete sense to you. It will most likely not make sense to you, but you know, it was just our thought process behind that. So the comeback is Little Devil by The Cult, and this was Nikki's idea here. I almost said your real name. It was Nikki's idea, so I'll let him explain why he thinks it was a good idea.
I just I just like that really death metal stuff, really, but
Hard rock.
yeah, nothing against it. I just feel like for this particular one, it just fit with the name of the title and just the rhythm of the song really fits in. Just my opinion.
Well, I mean, after all, you're the reason why we picked that song, so. For World War Z, We Didn't Start the Fire by Mr. Billy Joel. Now, I picked this one personally. There's kind of 3 reasons why I picked it. One, I thought it'd be cool if we put a Billy Joel song as a pay-per-view theme. I didn't think Piano Man really fit in with any of our gimmicks.
No.
And Uptown Girl could have, but, like, not really. So I was like, let me think of a Billy Joel song that could, like, be an actual wrestling event. And I was like, We Didn't Start the Fire. The second reason why I picked it is because that song is just so freaking great. And actually, I wanted to use it for Mania, but Nikki was like, well, if we can't find something better or something like that, maybe.
Well, we found a pretty good one.
Yeah, we found a pretty good one, which is coming up next. And then I was like, oh crap, because I was bummed, because I was like, oh crap, so I knew we get to use it. And he was like, why don't we throw it in World War Z though, because it kind of makes sense. And I was like, yeah, that could work. And 3, because fire, war, they just go together. Okay, so for Backyard Mania, we got The Rise by The Cult. Yeah, it was The Cult. Yeah, that sounds correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, this was
Just Rise.
This was a Nikki pick, so I'll let Nikki explain.
Same reason as the first one, except this one really has a punch to it, and since it's Backyard Mania, I find it gets the people hyped with a really big bass and drums, and the things he says at the start of the song, the lyrics, they're just perfect.
For the Clash of the Titans, we got Lose Yourself by Eminem, because, like, it's like, because you get one chance, don't miss, like, the whole one chance thing really explains wrestling, because, say for example, Sanape was to have, like, a title match, like a world title match. This could be his one chance. You know what I mean? So I think that really fit in with that. For Domino Effect, we're continuing kind of like the hard rock, almost metal trend that we seem to have with Domino Effect. And we have picked AC/DC's Thunderstruck. Now, I think we originally, I originally wanted to do a Motorhead song, because, I mean, all hail Lemmy, am I right? And because, I mean, arguably one of the greatest wrestlers of the early 2000s, Mr. Triple H, uses Motorhead as his theme song, so. No, but I mean, and that's why that was. Just where were we back? Domino Effect. Okay, so yeah, we just continued the trend of hard rock, almost metal. Again, I kind of wanted to do Motorhead, but then he was like, well, what about Thunderstruck? Because ladders.
Just warning you guys, if you guys hear noises upstairs, don't worry about it.
Pure circumstance.
Just ghosts.
Yeah. Ooh. Anyway. Devil's Playground, Running with the Devil. I've already explained why I wanted to do this one. I just really wanted Van Halen's Running with the Devil as the theme song, right?
Yeah.
Halloween Massacre. I'll let Mr. Nikki get into this one, because this was also a Nikki pick.
What is it?
It is hard to handle by the Black Crooks.
Well, this one I just feel, same reason, my dad likes that song. I really connected with it.
Everybody likes that
Everybody
song.
likes that song.
And if you don't, you like that song. You like that song?
Yeah.
I say so. Hardcore Jasper says so, so you like that song now?
Yep.
And finally, for the 11th hour, we are thinking Red Flag by Billy Talent. Why? I don't know. I just want
Talent.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that is that, so,
Anyways.
stay tuned for the channel. We'll have some World War Z promos coming up.
Yes, sir.
And magical things. So stay tuned. Until then, I've been your host, Hardcore Jasper, with Nikki Blade. Please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. Also, if you want to help out with RCW, let us know in the comments below. And we'll try to get it, or either get the Instagram up isn't working, or I'll make a new one. And, yeah. So, like, subscribe, or else. Okay. Okay.
Take care, guys. Too sweet.